So who is this auntie?
She's our stepmom.
Your stepmom?
Yes.
How many years now did your father married her?
5.
5 years? Huh?
Yes.
Be audible, be talking, just be looking, you don't need to be looking at me.
Yes, 5 years, I think.
What is the relationship? What is happening between your own brother and sisters and her? Tell me the truth.
The truth is that at the beginning of everything, when my daddy nearly married her and she started staying with us, it was actually kind of good and everything. Even before my daddy married her, because we were the one that even suggested for my daddy to marry her.
Okay, you people are the one that suggested your daddy to marry her.
Yes, because before my daddy married her, she was working for my daddy, and she was like nice to us and everything. So we now suggested that my daddy to marry her as our stepmom, because it was not easy for my daddy as a single parent chattering for 4 children. So he needed someone that will help him. So we decided that we should marry her. So at the beginning, it was actually it was very good because she was a nice woman. Then at the long run, I don't know what really happened, but then there was a certain change of behavior, and she just started doing some certain things that was terrible.
Like what?
Like, for example, now, I think because of like the problem that she has with my dad, then she started displaying it on my small sister here. There are even some injuries that she gave her that are still on my daddy's phone. And the way she insults us, like, for example, now, if she wants to insult us, she'll be calling our generation and be saying that God will punish us, that will never amount to anything and all this kind of thing. Now, she'll be telling this, my small sister here, that when none of us are around, that her marriage is going to be like her own, that her husband will maltreat her the way that my daddy is maltreating her, and I don't think that is true, because my daddy denies to maltreat her. And normally, there was even a time that she removed her clothes and was cursing me, and I don't really know why. That day, I did not really do anything. I was correcting my sister because of what she did was wrong. And then that day, the next day, she was insulting us, and then we were all inside the room. Then she came and like raised her clothes, and she was like naked, and then she was cursing me. And then that day,
I don't understand. She removed her clothes in your presence.
yes, even my brother, my siblings are here. They can say,
Huh?
they are here. They can say.
What kind of clothes?
She was wearing gown. She was wearing gown, so she just pulled it up. So, but as she pulled it up, I removed my eye because of what I said. So I just removed my eye.
Because of?
She was naked now.
You remove your eyes?
Yes.
You must be a good boy, yo.
No.
So, how old are you?
15.
15. That day she's removing clothes before you people. Is your father there?
He was inside the parlor. Like, she was insulting us. He was not telling her that, what did these children do to you now that you are insulting them? And then he was just inside the parlor because my dad is somebody that sometimes like this, there's some certain things that happen that I even expect some certain reactions, but he just be there and just not do anything. So he was just inside the parlor, just saying that, why is this woman insulting them? Then I don't even understand what was happening that day. She just entered the room and was like insulting us, and the next thing, she put her clothes. So we now called my senior brother in university, and we're not telling him what happened that day, like that example. And he was not telling us that we should stop crying, that we should just endure, that everything will be over soon.
Who is the next one? What do you need to say about your relationship with your stepmother? Put mic in your mouth and be audible.
Oh my God. Well, when my daddy married her, everything was going smooth. All of a sudden, she started like beating me and my sister, mostly on the head. There's not even one time that my sister made the smaller one to lick net. The next thing used cocoa shoe to hit her on the head. And blood was now
No,
gushing
no. She used what to hit your sister on the head?
cocoa shoe.
Her shoe.
No, the other sister.
Okay, true.
Hit her on the head and blood was now gushing out from her head. And blood was not gushing out from her head. And then since a day that I can't remember like that.
Order!
Yeah, I can't remember like that what she did. Then I was just inside looking for a bag inside my senior brother's room. Then the next she just used wire to wipe me on my leg and send me out. Then my second senior brother got angry. Then I went to go and call my daddy and tell him what happened. Then since then, just been insulting us. I didn't even called some people, called my auntie and some of our neighbors to come and console, tell them, to settle the matter. But still then, she still continued insulting, causing our generation. Until one day like this, she was even fighting my daddy because of my sister went to her pot and now licked the spoon. She was not saying that she ate it. She now slapped my sister and blood was not coming off, gushing out from her mouth. But I did not ask why did she slap her like that.
She slapped your sister and blood was coming out of her mouth.
Yes, sir. Then my daddy now asked her why did she slap my sister like that. Then the next thing she started trying to hold my daddy private part. So, tried to hold my daddy private part. Then my daddy was not even fighting back. She even beat my daddy. My daddy now bite her back. Then they were now fighting inside the parlor. They said that our neighbors now even came upstairs and was even trying to hold her back. She was not saying that if she does not kill my daddy today, that nobody will sleep her.
Okay. Sister, so what is happening between you and your stepmother?
Since my daddy married my stepmother, everything was going on well until my brother, my senior brother, left. I don't know what happened that my daddy and they were now fighting, arguing that to the extent that one day that my stepmother told me to go and buy something. So when I now went to go and buy the thing, some people were now around and Mama told me that this is a prize that I should go back and tell my mommy that look at the prize. So when I came back, and I told my stepmother because my brother have already cooked the food that we will eat. So when I now came back, I gave the money to my small brother to go and give my stepmother. So when I carried my food to go and eat, she now came to the kitchen and carried one thing that we used to use and carry food. So she now told me that but now used it and beat me on my hand, and blood now started coming out. And she was not telling me that I eyed her when I did not. So I was just crying. So my daddy now came and was now complaining and said why will you beat me like that? So my daddy now snapped it. I now went to go and buy the thing because the thing was 200, not 5. It was 300, not 5.
Okay.